Hello students, welcome to Well Explained Pedia. Today I am here with class 9th biology chapter tissues, and in this section we are going to discuss about plant tissues, especially the permanent and protective tissues in plants. Okay. Now students, in my previous lecture we discussed about the meristematic tissues. We know the meristematic tissues, they have the capacity to divide. Now what happens by the passage of time, these meristematic cells, they loses the ability of division and they attain a final shape, size and function. When this happens, that is when the meristematic cells loses the ability of division and they have attained a final shape, size and function, what is formed? A permanent tissue is formed. This process of taking up a permanent shape, size and function is called as differentiation. So what is differentiation? Differentiation is the process of taking a permanent shape, size and function by a tissue, especially the meristematic tissue. Okay. Now permanent tissues are formed from meristematic tissues. Permanent tissue कहीं आसमान से नहीं टपकती हैं. They are made up of permanent tissues. When the meristematic tissues, they stop dividing, they attain a permanent fixed shape, size and a function, so they become a permanent tissue. The meristematic tissue do not divide and have permanent shape and size. Permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissues. So first of all, we are going to study about the simple permanent tissues. The simple permanent tissue is made up of only single type of cells, or you can say one type of cells. एक जैसे cells present होते हैं simple permanent tissues में, whereas in complex permanent tissues more than one type or of cells are present. So these tissues are made of single type of cells. There are also three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now coming to parenchyma. In parenchyma, this is the first simple permanent tissue. So this is the most simplest form of the permanent tissue. In this tissue, cells are loosely packed and they are thin walled. Okay. Intercellular space is found in these parenchymatous tissue. Now, there are some parenchyma tissue in which chlorophyll is present. So they are known as chlorenchyma, especially in leaves, and these chlorenchyma are responsible for photosynthesis. You can see these chlorenchyma. This green color is due to presence of chlorophyll. Okay. Now, there are some parenchyma which contains large air cavities. You can see these large air cavities, and these specialized parenchyma, they are known as arenchyma. Some parenchyma contains large air cavities, so they are known as arenchyma, and arenchyma is mainly जो है mostly it is present in hydrophytes. Hydrophytes means aquatic plants. Okay, they help the plant to float on water, means they give buoyancy to the plant body. उनको वो lighter बना देता है so that they float on water. Hydrophytes are the plants which are present in water, aquatic plants. Okay. The next is collenchyma. This tissue is composed of elongated cells with less intercellular spaces. Parenchyma में बहुत सारी intercellular spaces थी. Collenchyma में intercellular space बहुत कम होती है. And you can see they are thickened at the corners. Corners पे ये thick हो गए हैं. Parenchyma में क्या था? thin walled cells थे, but the cell walls of the cell, they are thicker at the corner due to the presence of lignin, or you can say deposition of cellulose or suberin also. These all are chemicals. Now this tissue gives flexibility to the part of the plant and they allow easy bending. Collenchyma का function है कि these provides bending. You can see in this figure also these dark areas. These are the deposition of suberin and they are the thicker at the corners. This tissue also provides mechanical support to the small parts of the plant. Okay. Now the third type of simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. This tissue is composed of long, narrow, dead, thick-walled cells. The cells of this tissue are dead and they are thick-walled due to the presence of lignin, which provides hardness to them. They are very, very hard and almost no intercellular space is present among the cells of the sclerenchymatous tissue. This tissue provides hardness and strength to the parts of plant like wall of walnut and seed coat, etc. These are also present in pair. आपने नाशपाती खाई होगी तो अगर नाशपाती खाते हैं तो समथिंग ग्रिटी यू फील कुछ हार्ड सा जो आता है that is because of the presence of sclerites, that is the cells of the sclerenchyma. You can see these hard जो चीजें हैं that is of sclerenchyma. Now coming to complex permanent tissues. These tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. There are two types of complex tissues, that is xylem and phloem. You can see these are the elements of xylem and phloem. They are made up of more than one type of cells. Now coming to xylem. Xylem consists of four types of cells. These are xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Okay. And out of these four cells which are present in xylem, only xylem parenchyma is living. The rest of the three are dead cells. The tracheids and vessels, xylem tracheids and xylem vessels, they help to transport water and minerals from the roots to all parts of the plant, whereas xylem parenchyma stores food and fibers help in support. That means each type of cells which are present in the xylem, they have a particular function to perform. These tracheids and vessels helps in the transportation of water and minerals from the root to all parts of the plant. Xylem parenchyma has the function of storage of food, whereas xylem fibers provides the support. You can see these four types. These are tracheids, vessels, parenchyma and fiber. Now coming to phloem. Phloem also consists of four types of cells. They are the sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. अब phloem fiber को छोड़ के इसमें जो तीनों हैं, that is sieve tubes, companion cells and phloem parenchyma, they all are living, whereas phloem fibers are dead cells. Xylem में सिर्फ xylem parenchyma living था, बाकी तीन dead थे. In phloem सिर्फ phloem fiber dead है, बाकी तीन living है. The sieve tubes and the companion cells, they transport food from the leaves to all parts of the plant. Okay. Whereas phloem parenchyma, it has storage function and fibers help in support as in the case of xylem. You can see the sieve plates. Sieve means जैसे छन्नी होती है, having perforations. You can see the sieve plates here. This is a sieve tube. Companion cell is there. Companion cell having nucleus. This is a sieve plate. Okay. You can see the perforations, the holes, which help in the passing of the food, transportation of food. Now, what are the difference between xylem and phloem? Xylem is a complex tissue that conducts water and dissolved mineral in the plants, whereas phloem is a complex tissue that conducts food in the plants. Now, transportation of water and minerals in xylem is in one direction, that is from the roots to the aerial parts of the plant, or we can say to the upward direction. Whereas in phloem, the direction of the transportation of food is bidirectional, means from leaves to upward and downward paths. Now, third difference is xylem vessel and xylem tracheids help in the conduction of water, whereas in phloem, sieve tubes and companion cells help in the conduction of food. In xylem, out of the four components, only xylem parenchyma is living. Except xylem parenchyma, rest, that is tracheids, vessel and fibers, are dead cells. Whereas in phloem, out of the four, except phloem fiber, rest, that is sieve tubes, companion cells and the phloem parenchyma are living cells. Xylem, with the conduction of water and minerals, it also provides mechanical strength to the plant. As you can see, it is mainly composed of dead cells, and dead cells provides mechanical strength to the part of the plants. And phloem do not provide any mechanical strength to the plant. Now, the protective tissues in plants. The protective tissues in plants are epidermis, cork and bark. Now coming to epidermis. Dermis means skin and epi means above. Means this is the outermost and it is single layered. This is a single outermost specialized parenchyma living cell layer of cells. They are covering the leaves, flowers, roots, stems and entire parts of the plants. Thus, they form a boundary between the plant and the environment. Means ये जैसे हमारे स्किन पर होती है ना, मीन्स इट इज द आउटरमोस्ट लेयर इन बॉडी ऑफ एनिमल्स. इन द सेम वे प्लांट्स की बॉडी पे जो आउटर मोस्ट लेयर होती है दैट इज द एपिडर्मिस, और हर पार्ट को वो कवर करती है and actually it forms a boundary between the plant and the external environment. The cells of this epidermis layer are relatively flat and it forms a continuous layer without any intercellular space. Now suppose this is epidermis. It is single, this layer is made up of single cell. तो जो ये epidermis के जो cells होते हैं, तो ये जो outer part which is in touch with the external environment and the lateral parts, these are somewhat thick than the, ये जो ये inner part है ये thin होगा और outer parts जो होंगे वो thicker होंगे, outer and the lateral walls. Okay, एक cell है, उस cell में जो ये वाला part होगा that is thick and these lateral parts are also thick in comparison to the inner part, and almost they are rectangular, flat and rectangular. You can see like this. So these three, outer and the lateral, they are thick, whereas the inner is thinner. They lack chloroplast. That means they do not perform the function of photosynthesis. Now, in some plants that live in dry environment, these are the different, you can say, modifications of the epidermis. So, some plants which live in the dry environment, that is in deserts, the epidermis is thick and it often secretes on its outer surface a waxy water-resistant cutin which protect against water loss, mechanical injury and parasite fungal invasion. Okay. तो इन ड्राई एनवायरनमेंट में जो डेजर्ट्स में जो प्लांट्स रहते हैं जो उनकी एपिडर्मिस होती है, देयर आर सम मॉडिफिकेशंस यू कैन से और देयर आर सम एक्सेप्शंस. तो उनकी जो एपिडर्मिस होती है वो थिक होती है और वो क्या सिक्रेट करती है, वैक्सी वाटर रेजिस्टेंट क्यूटिन. मींस इट इज there is an extra protective layer is there in desert plants, and this is made up of cutin which helps in protection against water loss, and it helps in protection from mechanical injury, and it also helps in preventing from the parasites and fungal invasions. Now there is second type of epidermal cell of that is of the root. They have root hairs, and what is the function of root hairs? They increase the total surface area of the absorption of water and minerals, because roots का function है to absorb water and minerals. तो जो root के epidermis होते हैं उसमें epidermal cells में root hairs होते हैं which increases the total surface area of the absorption of water and minerals. And in the third, that is in the leaves of the epidermal the epidermal cells of the leaves. Sorry, in leaves, epidermal cells have stomatal pores. Means stomata is present for the exchange of gases and transpiration. And this stomatal pore is controlled by two guard cells. The guard cells are the only epidermal cells which have chloroplast for photosynthesis. We have studied earlier that epidermal cells जो होते हैं उसमें chloroplast नहीं होते हैं, वो photosynthesis perform नहीं करते हैं. But in leaves जो epidermal cells होते हैं, they are the exceptions. They have stomatal pores और stomatal pores के जो guard cells होते हैं, you must have seen these stomata, these two bean shaped or kidney shaped guard cells are there, you can see, and this pore is the stomatal pore, and these two are the guard cells. तो guard cells के अंदर chloroplast होता है जो photosynthesis करते हैं. Now cork. When plants grow older, certain changes are made in epidermis. As the time passes, plant older होता जा रहा है तो epidermis में कुछ changes आते हैं. क्या changes आते हैं? A strip of secondary meristem replaces the epidermis of the stem and cells of outside are cut off from this layer. This is called as cork cambium, which is a lateral meristem that is responsible for the secondary growth in the roots and stems. Cork cells होते हैं वो dead होते हैं and they are structured in a compact way without intercellular spaces and strongly thickened due to the deposition of a fatty substance or an inorganic substance in you can say which is known as suberin. तो जैसे जैसे plants older होते चले जाते हैं तो जो उनकी epidermis है that is replaced by the secondary meristem or outside cells. They are cut off from this layer. This outside cell, this layer is known as cork cambium, and it is a lateral meristem which is responsible for the secondary growth in the roots and stems. The cells of the cork or the cork cells, they are dead and they are arranged in a very compact way without any intercellular spaces, and they are strongly thickened due to deposition of a fatty substance called suberin. Now next protective layer is bark. Bark and cork are actually one and the same thing. Cork से ही bark बनती है. तो bark जो है actually it is the outermost protective covering of roots and stems of woody plants which is made up of cork that consists of several layers of compactly arranged dead rectangular cells. This bark also have a chemical suberin in their walls which make them impervious to water and gases. Impervious to water and gases means water and gases from external environment cannot enter the plant. Means it is impervious means no pores are present and there is no exchange of water and gases between the external environment and the internal of a plant. So this is all about the protective tissues. I hope you all have understood. Now keep watching, keep learning. Students, if you like my channel and you feel like the videos which I am uploading are very helpful, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon so that whenever I upload any video, you get notifications. Okay. Have a nice day. God bless you all.